关注财经大事，
聚焦名家点评。
欢迎收看今天的观点聚焦节目，我是郭浩斌，
我是陈策盼。
那么近期呢，最受到美国金融市场各方关注的，也就是美国联邦储备局的货币政策。那么在8月上旬的时候呢，美国联邦储备局开放市场委员会公布了他们下一次对这个整个货币政策的一个决议。那么在调低了美国整个经济增长的预期的同时呢，同样也是把美国的量性宽松的政策持续到更长的时间，并且会继续收购美国的国债。但是近期的一系列经济数据都显示，现在美联储的政策并没有对美国经济增长起到一个很有效的措施。而同样，在美国经济中，短期内的通货紧缩和长期内的通货膨胀风险呢，可以说都是非常的明显。你怎么看这个问题，头班？
没错，我认为目前美联储确实面对一段非常艰难的时期。首先呢，我们要看楼市在相当长的一段时间内都会保持疲软，这已经是不争的事实了。而消费者的板块现在也是非常的差。而自从2009年3月以来，带领美国经济走出颓势的制造业，目前也出现了增长明显放缓的一个现象。而我们再看就业市场，这是美国可以说是美国经济最弱的一个板块了，就业率非常低，而失业率非常高，这对美国经济各个区块都造成了非常大的一个向下的压力。
对，
现在美联储呢也采取了各种各样的放宽的经济货币政策，但是呢，现在依旧没有能够把美国经济拉出这样一个颓势。
也有这个纽约大学非常著名的 Dr. Doom，这个卢比尼博士说，现在美联储是 running out of bullets， 已经没有子弹来打了，打到美国经济里已经没有了。好的，那么今天就美联储的政策对美国经济增长是否有效的问题，我们也非常高兴请到了这个资深的经济专家和教育员 Ben Willis 先生。Hi sir, very glad to have you here on our show. Talk about the Federal Reserve policy and the U.S. economy growth. What do you think that is the right thing for the Fed to do now?
I think what we're waiting to see now is what exactly are they ready to do. They've jawboned that they're ready. They're standing at the ready to help if the economy starts to soften anymore. The Fed minutes, which we just printed out, which are really kind of boring, not very interesting to read. Yeah. We're hoping for a little bit more fireworks in the discourse that you had with the voting members. Wasn't really there.
It's really all the old stuff, right?
Yeah, it's pretty dry. But what we're hoping to see, what they do is their actions, and the actions they've taken on the quantitative easing and buying treasuries with the principal and interest on the mortgage-backed securities that are coming due has not been very exciting. So,
exactly, it's very small and then it's done on a very small scale. Some people argue that actually it's sending out the wrong policy signal as well. I don't think it helps very much. What do you think they should do though?
Well, I wish I knew what they should do. My own opinion is that if I were Big Ben, which is what I used to be known as until he took over, is that I would find a way to force the banks that you still own a piece of, like Citibank, and force them to lend.
Well, maybe because they still have some internal problem for all those big banks. They have to restructure their balance sheet, and there's some new regulation coming out. They fear of that, so they're not willing to spend all those money right now.
Right, exactly. I think that's totally right. And also, does Fed even have the power bestowed by the Congress saying that you can actually force them to do so? Can they?
That's a great question, but they weren't sure if they had the power when we first started TARP either.
Right.
But they managed to do it. And the simple rule in this business is those that have the gold make the rules. Well, guess who has the gold? They're going to make the rules. It's that simple. So here it is. Make the rules that said not only you've been using the bonds, the treasury issues, as your tier 1 capital to meet those requirements that's being forced on them, saying we will change that structure to make sure that we see that your loan provisions, the loans you are making, are going out to America while they need to borrow for their banks, while they need to borrow. We have mortgage rates right now lower than my entire lifetime.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have a 5% mortgage rate right now, and I'm talking about changing it because it's such a discount to where it is now. Why not change your rate? But the banks, it's very hard. I have a house for sale. Trying to find a buyer who can come with a mortgage is not easy to find.
Yeah, that raises another question actually morally. If the government has to say over, okay, you need to lend to these people, but who are they going to lend to? That raises the moral problem, right?
It is a moral dilemma. The question is now whether it's through the Fed or the Office of Thrift Supervision saying you need to ease your lending standards somewhat. you've over tightened. You've taken the pendulum too far the other way. You need to step in and make sure that the loan officer, when somebody comes in and can prove that they've been self-employed for 5 years, and even in this economy, still can show that they have money in the bank and can pay that loan, you need to make that loan. That's why we're making sure you have the money. That's why we didn't let you fail, because you need to supply that money to the American public. I don't believe we're going into double dip. I think what we've been seeing in our marketplace on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange is a repricing of the slope of the recovery. The original slope of the recovery when we first started a year ago looked like a V-shaped.
Right.
We now know that didn't happen. That slope
It's all
changed.
because of the stimulus, the government spending. In 2009, there's a lot of government spending out there, and then you got pretty strong economy growth. But 2010, it's merely there's no cash for clunker, there's no first home buyer credit. So then we have the slowdown.
Correct. I would say part of that, at least anecdotally, that appears to be a correct statement, but not all of it. I'm not quite sure if all the stimulus package that we heard about really had the effect that we had hoped to have. I'm certainly, Mr. Obama is certainly standing on that podium saying, pounding his chest, we got it right. There's still a lot of money, as they call shovel ready, that's not being used, and that's a crime. If it's been there, the American people expected it to go to work, how about putting it to work in the Gulf Coast? Katrina happened 5 years ago. That's an embarrassment to the United States of America that happened to us. Why not put the money to work there? If you need to stimulate the economy, stimulate it there. I have no problem with that living in the Northeast. I've got dear friends down there. I'd like to see that happen. Whether the Fed is done with their bullets, I don't think so. I mean, Ben Bernanke is a very, very brilliant professor. I'm sure they'll be able to figure out certain ways to move money around. But again, one of the bullets I think they have is strong-arming the money center banks, saying you need to loosen your lending provisions and make sure you lend to those companies that and those individuals that meet those standards. You need to get this going.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for joining us. 那么今天我们观点聚焦节目到这里就要跟您说再见了，有很多的问题还可以继续的深入讨论。感谢您收看今天的观点聚焦，我们下期再见。
再见。
All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
That's what you wanted?
Yeah.